Welcome my dear students. Today we are going to be learning chapter 15. This is a preprocessor. This chapter also one question will ask. Please look it over this chapter. Okay. Let us see what is a preprocessor. This preprocessor process, the C shows the code before it passes to the compiler. So it is a preprocessor. What it will do? It will process. What it will process? Whatever the code we have written. Whatever the code we have written in our editors, for example void main function, open curly brace, int abc and so on, right? It will be processed before it passes to the compiler. So after typing the code we are saving, right? After saving that, what we are doing? We are compiling. So what it will compiles? Alt F9 for the compilation purpose. Before compilation, whatever the variables, whatever the declarations is exist, it will be processed. Okay. The preprocessor directly is usually written at the beginning of a C program. Yes. Then where we are writing this preprocessor? This preprocessor are directly we are writing at the beginning of our C program. These directives are preceded with hash. So if you are using hash symbol with the directive is always directory. Okay, folders, and there is no semicolon at the end. So if you are using any directives with hash and that it should not consist of any semicolon at the end, then these are called preprocessor directives. Okay, the different types of preprocessor directives are given below. Let us see what are the various kinds of preprocessor directives are available. Okay, let us see first one, hash define. Hash define, as we know what is this hash define, symbolic constant, right? This is also one of a preprocessor directive. Hash include, we are writing hash include stdio.h, hash if and end if, and hash if else, right? All these are the preprocessor directives. Now let us see macro substitution. Okay, so nothing but an hash define. As we know what is a hash define. Hash define is a symbolic constant. As we know, it will be replaced either integer or numeric or character or string constants, right? So you can write the same definition. This is a macro substitution. Macro means ready-made function, ready-made available. Okay. Okay, yes, it is a process where an identifier in a program is replaced by predefined string composed of one or more tokens. Okay, so here it is defining like that. If you are getting confusion, then you can write symbolic constant definition itself only. Okay, the preprocessor accomplished this task under the direction of as defined statement. Let us see how this preprocessor accomplished the task. This task will be accomplished by under the direction of as defined statement. Okay, let us see as defined. This is used to the macro name and macro expression. Here it is giving as macro name and macro expression. If you are getting the confusion, then you write about a symbolic constant. Okay, this is used to define macro name and macro expression. There is a space between macro name and macro expression. So let us see what is the symbolic constant syntax. If you see the symbolic constant syntax, as defined, macro name, macro expression is there. As defined is a preprocessor max. Wherever the max is appearing in your program, it should be replaced with 100. Okay, so max here treated as a macro name and 100 is the macro expression. For example, let us see here. This is a sample program. Here it is exist as defined message. Wherever the message is appear in your program, it should be replaced with St. Mary's College, Shirva. Got it? So likewise, you are replacing your content in your program. Now let us see void main function. Void main, here printf %d max. Why I am using %d? Because as we know 100 is a number, integer number, right? That is why I am using the control string as %d. And if I print the max, whatever the value is substituted for the max is print, that is 100. Printf %s message. Why it is a %s? Because this is double quotation, right? We have placed this expression in double quotation, hence this is called as string. That is why we are using the control string as %. Yes. Okay, in the above C processor, the macro name message and substitute the message St. Mary's College shape. Now we'll see macros with arguments. Let us see macros with argument. The macro can have argument. Your macros may also have an arguments. The arguments of a macro name is replaced with the actual argument of the macro name. Okay, so let us see how this argument exists. As defined, identifier f1, f2 and so on fn string. Okay, so this is a one of a syntax, but let us see here the example. As defined, max x comma y. Wherever the max x comma y is appear, what should be replaced? X greater than y question mark x colon y. Okay, this is the expression, and here your macro name consists of x comma y. This x comma y is treated as an argument. Okay, and as defined, as we know, as defined is a symbolic constant. Okay, here min x comma y, wherever the min comma xy is appearing, it should be replaced with this expression. What expression? X less than y question mark x colon y. Okay, it is a ternary expression, right? So now we will process the data. Here void main function int a comma 10, b is equal to 20, and in displaying only we are processing. Okay, max is equal to %d. We have to identify the maximum of 10 comma 20. So I am placing max a comma b, right? So automatically what it will happens, x comma y in the sense max of a comma b will be the arguments. This argument will be replaced with x comma y, and whatever the value of a comma b is placed in x comma y. So x is 10 and y is 20. 10 greater than 20, whether condition is true, false, then automatically it will store the result as y. What is y? It is 20. So maximum value is 20. Okay, now in the displaying only we are processing printf minimum is equal to %d min of a comma b. So we are replacing this argument with x comma y. So a value will be copied into the x and b value is copied into the y, and this expression will be evaluated. A less than, sorry, x less than y, x value is 10, y value is 20. Whether the condition is true, if the condition is true, question mark followed by this statement will execute, that is x. What is x value? It is 10. So minimum value is 10. Got it? So likewise this program will be executed. And next our preprocessor is #include. Let us see this preprocessor. #include, these preprocessor directives is used to include the another file. So by using this include statement, you are placing another file. Then how to place another files? It must be specified within angular brackets, less than symbol and greater than symbol or double quotation. For example, #include stdio.h, #include conio.h, right? We can also write this #include stdio.h, #include afterwards within double quotation stdio.h. When the file is within angular brackets, the file is searched in the std library. Okay, so if it is within the angular brackets, this bracket is called as an angular brackets, then it will be searched within the std library. Okay, the file name is in the double quote, then first it is searched in the current directory. If it is not found, then it is searched. Suppose if you placed within a double quotation, it is first checks in the current folder. In the current folder it will check for input output header files. If it is not found, then it will be searched. Okay, so that is about your #include. Now we will see #if and #endif. #if and #endif, it is just like as a simple if statement. Okay, it is just like as a simple if processor. If the result is true, then the block of statement between #if and #endif are compiled, otherwise the statement are skipped. If the result is true, means if the condition is true, the block of statement between #if and #endif will be compiled and execute, otherwise it will skip. Let us see this example. It is just like as a simple if statement. Okay, #define true 1, wherever the true is appearing, it will be replaced with 1. So this is a symbolic constant. or macro substitution. Okay, now I am writing the void main function, and in the main function we are writing one simple hash if followed with hash and if statement. Hash if true, what is the value of true? 1 equal to 1. We are comparing that value whether the condition is true. Yes, true. If it is true, it will print it is a true statement. Yes, in this program we are seeing that wherever the hash true is appearing, it should be replaced with 1. Now we are using hash if and hash and if. It is just like as a simple if statement. If the condition is true, it will execute. If the condition is false, it won't execute. Okay, suppose if I make it as a 0, now what it is done, 0 equal to 1, condition is false, so it simply skips this statement. Okay, suppose if it is a 1, then what happens, it will execute, it is a true statement. Okay, next our preprocessor is hash if else. Hash if else. Okay, it is just like as a simple if else statement. Simple if else statement. It is a simple if else statement. First, if it is executed, if the condition is first, if the if is true, if the condition is true, it will execute, otherwise it will skip the condition, and else statement will be executed. Okay, for understanding this, let us see hash define true is equal to true is 1. Wherever the true is appearing, it will be replaced with 1. Now void main function. In the void main function, you are writing the same logic above. Hash if true equal to 1, whether condition is true, then this will be execute this printf statement. It is the true statement. For example, if I make this 1 as 0, then what happens, it will skip this statement and automatically control will come to the hash else statement, and whatever the statement is exist, this statement will be printed. Okay, so that is about your hash if and end if statement, hash if else statement. And next our concept is a file inclusion. This question is asked in your previous question paper. This file inclusion directive causes one file to be included in another file. So it means you are adding one file into another file. Let us see the preprocessor command for file inclusion look like this. So hash include within double quotation file name. The file name may be anything. Okay, the file name may be anything, and it simply causes the entire content of file name to be inserted into the source code at the point of our program. It means whatever the file name you are providing, the file name will be added, the file will be included. Included means adding in which program you are creating. Okay, yes, so you just go through it. Here it is given math.h. If you place the math.h, mathematical function will be added in your file. Conio.h file will be added in your file. For example, here hash include file name is given, as well as hash include within angular brackets you are giving the file name. The meaning of each of this form is given below. Hash include within double quotation go to C. This command would look for the file go.c in the current directory as well as the specified list of the directories as mentioned in the include search path that might have been set up. This command would look for the file go.c in the specified list of the directories only. So it means if you write the file within double quotation, the file will be searched. The file will be searched within that block. Within that. Suppose if you use hash include go.c within an angular bracket, that file will be searched through entire directory of a specified list. Okay, specified list, it will search and it will print. Clear? Yes. Okay. Right. So that is you just observe it. And next our concept is compiler control directives. Compiler control directives. If we have the compiler skip over part of a source code by inserting the pre-processing command hash if def and hash end if, which is the general form. So compiler control directives means compiler skip over part of a source code. So your source code has been skipped by the compiler. If it is happens, then you are using hash if def and hash end if. So hash if def macro name statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 and so on, hash and def. Okay, so where would hash if def be useful? When would you like to compile only a part of your program? In 3 cases. So these hash if def and hash and def is used in 3 cases to comment out absolute lines of a code. It is given that you just go through it, at that second condition you can execute this skipping part. So you are skipping this portion, right? In this location, if you want to execute these also, then it is possible by using this hash if def and hash and def. It means it doesn't execute, but it will display. It will display. Okay. Yes. So here hash if def okay is given. Statement 1, statement 2. Here the statement 2 some comment line is given. Comments are non-executable portion. It will be skipped. It doesn't display anything, right? But in your output directory, it is showing as it is. This is the comments. Whatever the comments as specified. These are sometimes very important while designing a softwares. Okay, so in these 3 situations you are using these conditions. Okay, is you just go through it. These are there are much of not important. And next our concept is command line arguments. Here this command line argument is a very important question. It is asking for 2 marks as well as a 4 marks question. Okay, we will see what is a command line argument. The command line arguments are, please observe here, it is not there. Observe the definition very carefully. Okay, passing the arguments at the time of execution. What is the command line arguments? Passing the arguments at the time of execution is called as command line arguments. Passing the arguments at the time of execution is called as command line arguments, and it is possible to execute or run at command prompt. So it is used to work in command prompt. You are unable to understand this concept, and then we have to follow this syntax. Okay, so you write the definition. What is the definition of command line argument? Passing the argument at the time of execution is called as command line argument. Then how to identify the command line argument? The main function, in the main function we are passing this format. If you use this format, means this is a command line argument. Okay, this is the command line argument. Okay, main int argc character star argv. Int argc character star argv. Okay, so if it consists in the main method, this is the argument c and argument pointer value. It clearly gives it is a command line argument. Okay, here argument c, it counts number of argument in the command line argument. It means it will count number of arguments in your command line argument. Okay, and argv of array bracket, array is there, right? If a bracket means it is an array variable, right? Yes, character array variable. Argument vector stores command line argument. Argument 0 represent first argument, argument 1 represent the second argument, and so on. Okay, so to understand this concept, one program has written here. One program is there. Here one program is there. Okay, yes, using this program we can understand. Okay, let us see. For running this program, we are supplying the value at the time of execution only. So we have to follow this syntax. Okay, yes. It is a command mode prompt. It is a little bit confusion. You don't get confused. You just write the definition. What is the definition of command line argument? Passing the argument at the time of execution is called as command line argument. Here we are having this syntax. We are identifying this command line argument in your main method. If you pass these 2 arguments, int argc and character star argv, then it is a command line arguments. Here argc counts the number of argument we have passed. For example, in this program sort.c is a program, we are supplying 5 arguments. Sort afterwards, immediately you just observe here 4, 70, 20, 2, 10 is given. So it gives the argc is of 5, 1 2 3 4 5, right? And the argv of represented argument of 0 is, sorry, sort, total 6. It is including sort is also counts the number of argument as a 6, and here it represent argument 0 is stored as sort, argument 1 for argument 2 as 70, argument 3 as 20, and argument 4 as 2, and argument 5 as 10. Okay, so to understand this concept, let us see here. Here hash include stdio.h void main int argc char star argv is there. If argc is not equal to 3, then file name value 1 value 2 return. Okay, if it is not 3, if argument is not equal to 3, if the condition is true, it will enter here and display this file name value 1 value 2 as it is. Otherwise it will print a to I. What is the purpose of a to I? Conversion of argument to integer, right? Got it? Yes, argv of 1 or 2 plus argument a of 2 I of argument v2. Okay, for example here command 10 20 10 20 press enter, it will give 30. Why? Here 10 plus 20 is 30, so directly you are processing and you are printing. Okay, so here it is given first step initializing the argument before executing, select option argument, enter two argument values, execute the program. If you even you try in a higher version operating system, it won't work, it won't execute even if you try. Okay, so let me show you this program. It won't works because we are using 64-bit. all these are the old version codes, so that is why it is showing error. Okay, yes, let me check this program, let me save it. It doesn't work. I'm showing you where to store in your turbo c3 bin, and I'm showing as com.c. Okay, because of 64-bit operating system, in older version only it will work. Okay, yes, F9, control F9, it doesn't give anything, right? So to run this we have to move to the DOS shell. Yes, tcc com.c. it is showing error, right? So to run this we have to use some command prompt. In the command prompt we have to log out, log in into our folder. Yes, tcc com.c. see, so this is the error. Okay, unsupported 16-bit application. This is a 16-bit application, it doesn't execute in your 64-bit. Okay, got it? So that is the problem, it won't execute in your 64-bit, but we can try in 32-bit or 16-bit. Okay, yes, tc.com.c. it doesn't work. Clear? Yes, that's it. So that is why you just go through it, definition, syntax, and this one simple example is enough. Okay, and we'll see later. Okay, that is the end of this chapter. In this chapter, this command line argument will the question as asked, and this file incursion is question is asked, and compiler directory is not asked, but this macro substitution or as define statement will be asking. So you just give more importance on this chapter. Okay, hope you understand this concept. We will meet you in the next class.